enjoying this today. In fact, our staff doesn't even know why we're here, and some of you may not. We are having a NASCAR test here, and we are really excited about it. So we have an opportunity to celebrate a champion that's won 5 times here. And one of the things that's pretty neat about that champion that's won 5 times here is he's related to the Chevrolet brand. And the Chevrolet brand is maybe the most important relationship that the Indianapolis Motor Speedway has, and it's a relationship that dates back to the beginning of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We look forward to May every year because it means that we get to drive those beautiful Camaros that you've been seeing around Indianapolis lately. The 500 Festival just kicked things off down on the circle for the month of May, literally kicked the month of May off with Pat McAfee doing a kick. A bunch of the Camaros on the south spoke of the circle of Indianapolis. It is May. We are going to be on track in 4 days to see the new oval aero kits here debuting at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in just under 96 hours. I would like now to introduce a very, very special guest who will take over from here. It's the U.S. Vice President of Performance Vehicles and Motorsports for Chevrolet, Jim Campbell. Jim is one of maybe one of our best allies here. Not only are you involved with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which I think you believe is your home track, but also with the IndyCar Series. So I'll let you say hello to the gang and talk about why we're here today.
Great. Well, thank you, Doug, and good afternoon, everybody. It is always special to be here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and Doug, this partnership goes way back. And for Chevrolet, it's kind of our home track because the year that the Indianapolis 500 started, the Indianapolis race, was the first year that Chevrolet was formed. And it was formed by co-founders Louis Chevrolet and Billy Durant. In that same year, Louis Chevrolet and his brothers loved racing and performance. And so Arthur was the 16th entrant in the very first Indianapolis race. His brother Gaston raced here in 1920 and won the race. So for Chevrolet, this is our home track. And it's very, very special. We compete here, obviously, in the IndyCar Series with the Chevrolet 2.2-liter direct injected twin-turbo V6. We also compete here with NASCAR, and we're so proud of that with the Brickyard 400 and have quite a track record here. We can't wait to come back. So today, because of the NASCAR tire test, this was a great way to tie in with Jeff. He is actually shaking down for us the 2015 Corvette Z06, and that is the official pace car of the 99th running of the Indianapolis 500. Now this car has 650 horsepower. It has a 6.2-liter aluminum small block V8. It is supercharged. It's the first time we've supercharged a Z06. The body structure is all aluminum, so it's lightweight and strong. The structural rigidity on this Corvette Z06 is 20% stiffer than the previous generation. That's the advancement we have in our technology, the materials, and the way we put it all together. 650 horsepower, and here it comes down the front stretch. Goes 0 to 60 with a 7-speed. You gotta love that. Goes 0 to 60 with a 7-speed manual in 3.2 seconds. If you have the 8-speed automatic, goes 0 to 60 in 2.95 seconds. It's lightweight and it's nimble. It has an incredible downforce package. The learning we have from our Corvette race program, the Corvette C6R, now the C7R program, that technology was driven right over to the Corvette Stingray and the Corvette Z06. So we're so proud. This will be our 26th year in which we will pace the race, and we're going to do it again with Chevrolet. Many years with Camaro, many years with Corvette. This year it's a Corvette Z06. And so this car also is just tremendous amount of technology driven from racing. In our Corvette race program, we've won many championships. We've won races like the 24 Hours of Le Mans, 12 Hours of Sebring, and the Rolex 24 Hours at Daytona. And so I want to, oh, here it comes again. He's coming down the front stretch.
He's not getting out.
He's not getting out of it. He's supposed to come in here, and he's loving it so much. That is fantastic. While we wait for Jeff to come around one more time, somebody call him in. Somebody call him in. It's time to pit. I just want to tell you, we can't wait to race here for the Indianapolis 500 and also the Grand Prix of Indy. We will be debuting our new aero kit for the Speedway. Chevy has a few wins under our belt already. It's a great series. We love the wheel-to-wheel competition there. And then on the NASCAR side, to come back here, and Jeff will be coming back to attempt his 6th attempt at a win. He has 5 already under his belt. So it's pretty special today as they're doing their NASCAR test for us to have him shake this car down. And he's a longtime partner of Chevrolet's for sure. And he is going to pit this time, I guarantee it. Somebody get on the radio, call him on in. He's coming? All right. And for those of you who are watching the live stream, thank you for joining us from around the country, around the world. Very special day here in Indianapolis. And every time you come through the tunnel here to get to Indianapolis, it is so special to be here and to think about the people who have won here, the Indianapolis 500 or the Brickyard 400 and many other races as well. So here it is, 2015 Corvette Z06, a longtime Team Chevy partner, Jeff Gordon, doing a little shakedown for us while he's here for the NASCAR test. And if you would, join me in welcoming Jeff Gordon. Jeff, welcome. Jeff, that is great to see you. You know what, Jeff, as I mentioned, a longtime Team Chevy partner. You've raced Chevys for many years, won 92 races with Chevrolet, 4 championships you have under your belt, and here at the Brickyard, 5 championships at the Brickyard 400. So I'm here and shaking down the Corvette Z06, which is the pace car. What did you think of this pace car? You were supposed to take 1 lap and come in. I noticed you took more than one. What do you think?
Well, I enjoyed it so much the first lap. I thought I'd take one more. No, this thing is amazing. What a really special moment this is for me. You know, when I go back to being a young kid and I started racing quarter midgets in California, all I wanted to do was be a professional race car driver and hope that I got the chance to race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And you know, as a kid, I watched this race. I dreamt about it. Yeah, I got to be here in 1983, watch Alan Sir Jr., you know, be a rookie that year. I think Sneva won it that year. Sat in the grandstands right up here. I got Rick Mears' autograph, and, you know, those were my heroes. And then as I got older, I moved to Indiana, and my first car was a Chevy. My second car was a Chevy, and now I get to drive Chevrolets every weekend on the racetrack and win in a Chevy, and to do it here at Indianapolis is the ultimate. There's only one thing that was missing, and that was the Indy 500. And this is as close as I think I'm going to get, but this is pretty awesome. This is amazing to me. What an honor it is for me to be here and to come back here in May on race day at the Indy 500 and pace this field to the green in this amazing Z06 Corvette. I don't know how it gets any better than that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the 2015 pace car for the 99th running of the Indy 500 is a Corvette Z06. A pace car driver is a guy who's won in NASCAR 92 times at the top level, 4 championships. He's won the Brickyard 400 5 times. The driver to pace the field to green at the Indianapolis 500 is Jeff Gordon. Jeff, congratulations.
I thought you already told him, Jim. Did I give it away?
Have a little bit of
What were you doing when I was making those laps?
I was telling him all about the car.
Well, it truly is an amazing car. I mean, you know, just right there, I had it up over 160 miles per hour, which and it just felt amazing. It's got a lot of power. And the car handles incredible as well. And I didn't really need brakes, but I just thought I'd try them out anyway. And it's got great brakes as well. So what a perfect car to lead the field here for the Indy 500. You know, it's going to be a great day. You know, I'm in the night before, be here early in the morning, pace the field, watch a few laps with my family, and then head to Charlotte for the 600. So this is my version of the double, and I don't know, I think I got the best of both worlds.
That is going to be a great day. So you're going to have quite a busy morning, lead the field to green, and then turn your attention to the 600. And tell us a little bit about that race and what that means to you going back to Charlotte.
Yeah, it's such an awesome race weekend, you know, and I'm a huge motorsports fan, so, you know, I love watching, you know, the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, and then to be able to compete in the 600 at Charlotte, you know, and have won that race before. It's a very special race, very long race, But it's just the excitement and the energy, just like here. It's just unbelievable what race day is like for the Indy 500. It's the same way for the 600. It's just incredible energy, and the fans are excited to see a great race. And I love that track. It's one of my favorite tracks on the NASCAR circuit. As far as the 1.5 miles and the high bank tracks, and it's a lot of fun to drive. Not quite like Indianapolis, but it's certainly one that's at the top of my list, along with Indianapolis. And so, it's one that I always look forward to. I've never been anywhere else on race day for like 20-something years, so this is going to be quite an experience, and it's one that I'm really looking forward to. I'm trying to get Rick Hendrick to come up here as well. I don't think he's ever been to an Indy 500, so I've invited him, but my wife and my kids are very, very excited. I took my son Leo to an IndyCar race at Pocono a couple years ago, and he just thought those cars were the coolest cars ever, so he's pretty excited to come to this race and see those cars on the grid.
That's great. Let's do this. Let's step up a little closer to the bricks, because I want to turn our attention to July. You're going to come back here for the Brickyard 400. Tell us about what that race means, and this one in particular.
Yeah, this one's really special because it's going to be my last one. To win last year and pull off that victory after so many years, it being number 5. I've got such a special race team. They had, even though I drive the 24 car and I have for many, many years, Alan Gustafson and the group of guys that we have right now, they had never won the Brickyard 400 before. So to be able to do it with them, they were so pumped and excited. And then Ingrid had never been a part of that, or my kids. So to kiss these bricks, which is such an awesome tradition, I love it. There's no better way to celebrate than kissing these gritty bricks. A long race, and the Brickyard 400. Like I said, I didn't get the opportunity to race in the Indy 500, but when I heard that the announcement that they were going to have the Brickyard 400, and I was already down south racing NASCAR, that to me was a very special moment in my life, because one of my dreams was finally going to come true, where I got to race, not just. I've been here many times, but I'd never raced here, and then to go and win that race was just blew my mind. And so it's, to me, always a pleasure to come here. There's always something special when I drive in this track, whether we're testing, whether we're here to race. There's just something so special to me, and I think it goes back to that childhood that I have and the memories I have of watching the Indy 500 or being here live. And that was the first real motorsports race that I ever watched from TV, was the Indy 500, and it's the one I watched every year.
That's great. Hey, Doug Bowles, come on back in here. Real quick for you, what does this mean to have Jeff Gordon pace the race and then to come back here and go for his 6th win at the Brickyard 400? This is gonna be exciting.
Well, I'm just hoping that you don't take an extra lap on race day here, because you might get into turn 1 ahead of them, but after that I think it'd be tough. But it's really great. There's not been a champion that Indianapolis as a community, this racetrack, has embraced more than Jeff Gordon. Your roots here in Indiana. We know you, of all people, appreciate the history of not only the Speedway but the Indianapolis 500, and it's a perfect way for us to celebrate what you've meant to our fans, what you've meant to this community. And for 300,000 Indianapolis 500 fans, I can't wait to tell them to come back in July to make sure that they celebrate somebody who loves this race and the Indianapolis 500 as much as all our fans do. So we're just thrilled, and the Chevy connection just makes a lot of sense. I have to make a real quick shout. This is a logistical kind of nightmare, really, to try and figure out how to make this work. And I got to thank everybody at the Verizon IndyCar Series. I got to thank everybody over at Charlotte Motor Speedway who've been very helpful in making this happen. Everybody at NASCAR and everybody here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But the glue that put that together was Chevrolet. We thank you for this great opportunity for us to celebrate Jeff Gordon before he gets to come here and actually maybe win your last race here in 2015. But it's great for all of us.
That's great. Doug, thank you so much. Do me a favor, Jeff, if I can get you behind the door. Doug, why don't you come in next to him? I'll stand out here. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching online from around the country, around the world, the pace car for the 99th running of the Indy 500 is a Corvette Z06. The pace car driver is Jeff Gordon.